There is a tendency that a lot of women display when they get into committed relationships. A lot of women have this tendency of overcorrecting everything, particularly their men. And the element of their overcorrection breeds a lot of contempt. And it always appears in the following ways. You find that whenever women fall pregnant, and it's not all of you, but a lot of you, whenever women fall pregnant and the child is in the early stages, or even as a toddler, or even as they are growing up, there's an element of overcorrection that women have in terms of the way that men are supposed to be parenting children. And what that means in a nutshell is that a lot of ladies have this tendency of expecting men to parent the way a woman parents. Most of you cannot allow your men to be fathers to their children and to father as a male. Allow him to explore, because some of you, it happens that this is your first child. And also with the guy, it is his first child. But a lot of you will not allow him to father and allow him to have his own experience as a man, how to parent. You tend to overcorrect them. You want him to hold a child the way you want. You want him to speak to a child the way you want him to speak to the child. And it creates a lot of problems, because with both disciplines, women have their role and men have their role. And this thing creates issues, especially when children grow up with the element of disciplining children. You find that there's a lot of ill-disciplined children, because when the father has to intervene, the women always interfere. And the element of overcorrection, in a nutshell, means that the interference that a lot of ladies do in relationships when they have to allow men to have their place, especially in the lives of their children, it is problematic and it breeds a lot of contempt. And you find that this man does not even want to spend time with their own child in your vicinity, because he knows you have something to say. A lot of you can't just close your mouth and let this man be, because he is your partner. You should be willing to trust him with your child. And some of you will say, no, what if he's not trustworthy? Why in the first place are you giving a man you don't trust a child? That is the first problem. Why are you giving children to men that you don't trust? But then some of you have genuine men, but you have this tendency of interference. You want to interfere. You want him to raise the child the way you see it fit. You don't allow him to explore how to be a father. And that thing is problematic with a lot of you. The second part is the overcorrection in relationships. A lot of women, when they get into relationships, a lot of you are very selfish. You are unwilling to compromise with the activities that the man wants to do. A lot of you think relationships are about you. You prioritize your own happiness. You don't even understand what your man enjoys. You don't even understand how he is when he's quiet, because a lot of you have a problem. If, let's say, for instance, your man is silent, he's not saying anything, you think something is wrong. Or even with the most basic things, your man would be holding his phone and he's laughing or he's smiling. Automatically, you think he's talking to a girl. And some of some of the men that you have in your lives have never displayed the behavior of cheating. But you cannot allow your man to have his own space. Your space, his space needs to be your space. When it comes to activities, everything else, you want men to support everything that you love. But you guys never take time to enjoy the stuff that the men enjoy. The minute, for instance, your man might be into video games, a lot of you say weird things. You say stuff like, video games are for kids. Your man might be into anime. Hey, these cartoons are for children. You can't be an adult and you watch these things. But you expect your man to go through unrealistic reality shows. You expect your man to watch these weird soapies with you guys. But you cannot be in a space and time to enjoy whatever your man enjoys. It's madness. It's madness. So there's a tendency in relationships where women always want to overcorrect the space. But whenever men do the same thing, they feel like they're not prioritized. But you guys do not prioritize your man's feelings. You don't prioritize your man's time. You don't prioritize your man's hobbies. You don't prioritize your man's interests. Because a lot of you, if I had to ask you, what is the thing that your man wants to learn, wants to do in the next few months? or the thing that he enjoys, that he's been trying to explore. What is his hobby? You don't even understand what your man's hobby is. Your man probably plays golf. You don't even understand what are the names of the clubs that he uses when he goes to golf, the type of outfits he wears, because you can't even gift him. That's why it's so difficult for you guys to gift men, because you don't learn your man. But your men understand your needs, but you guys don't understand your needs. You want to overcorrect spaces and let it be about yourselves, and it's very selfish, ladies. So that is the perimeter of this video, the element of overcorrection. It comes in many ways. There's a lot I could say in this video, but these are one of the few things I could explain about the overcorrection of a lot of females. You guys are a problem.